I'm Dr. Victoria Lindsay. I'm the Country Director for the British Council in Iraq. I've just spent the afternoon as the chair for a series of sessions around higher education and partnerships and how UK universities can partner with Iraqi universities, and also how they can build into their elements of curriculum, teaching and learning more links with Iraqi businesses and UK businesses that will hopefully increase the employability of the youth of Iraq. Well, it was really impressive. So the first session was the minister really talking about the legacy of Iraqi higher education and how strong it has been in the past. And the UK ambassador talking around kind of hope. Some of the challenges have been acknowledged, but there is a real feeling within the higher education sectors that there are so many opportunities, that there is really, the vanguard is now, it's the time to go in and start building these relationships and partnerships. And the second session was actually looking at some of the partnerships which are operational in Iraq. So we had speakers, the Vice-Chancellor of Northampton University was talking about the partnership that he has with Babylon University, which will allow them to graduate with a UK degree. We were hearing from Leicester University that partners with Kufa University, and that was originally a British Council funded project back in 2010, which they've now just graduated students on a new integrated curriculum in medicine. And we were also hearing from one of the universities that's interested in working in Iraq, Bath Spa University, about how they're looking for new opportunities and they're very interested in staff exchanges. We heard about split PhD models, research projects at University College London. So there was a real spectrum of different models that are being used to build Iraqi higher education. And there was also a focus in the third session around the new scholarship programme that the ministry has launched and how that's very targeted now about building capacity in Iraq, both for the young people but also within the university community, and how they're going to actually use that scholarship programme to target curriculum areas which are not available in Iraq at the moment, with that building that capacity and that legacy for the youth of Iraq of a higher education sector. There's a tension always, and it's been touched on throughout the day, around risks versus opportunities. So one of the things that's coming through very clearly is around going to Iraq. And I don't mean just getting on a plane tomorrow and kind of rocking up at the airport and hoping for the best, but actually looking at some of the security considerations and putting together, with the support of the British Embassy, the British Council, IBBC, putting together a visit, because once you've actually been to Iraq and you've met the people and you've got much more of an understanding of the country, that's really the first step. I think the Iraqi culture and the Iraqi people like to meet. They do like to see, it's not a voice down the end of Skype. There needs to be that face-to-face interaction, and it's around building those relationships. And the minister has been very positive in welcoming visitors to his office. He's always got time to see people who are visiting, to offer them support and introductions. And that, I think, is really important in having that support at a high level. It's a fascinating group of people. So there's a real variety of different organisations. So there's the higher education sector, but there's the oil and gas, there are some businesses, Iraqi, British. So it's a real spectrum of different organisations that have been brought together. What shines through is the passion for building Iraq. And that's what really shines through. About people see over dinner, they talk about different opportunities, And it's like, oh, if we put this person together with that person, together with this other contact that we've got, suddenly things start to fall into place and coalesce. So I think it's an incredibly powerful group of people to move Iraq forward. I mean, Iraqi women are incredibly powerful. They're very strong women. British Council ran a project which finished last year, which was called Active Citizens. And it was volunteering groups, and one group actually went out and did a video where they put up screens and they said, I am an Iraqi woman, I am. And people were invited to write on the kind of boards in one of the shopping malls. And what came through was, I am passionate, I am strong, I am the heart of my family, I am the glue that keeps my family together. So Iraqi women are a really powerful group of people. So I was recently at an award ceremony where we gave out awards to teachers of English language, 4,500 teachers across Baghdad and Basra, and 60% of the participants on that programme were women, and they were phenomenal role models, going out into their community, teaching English and demonstrating to other women and girls the value of education and of learning. And I just think that the Iraqi woman is very underestimated in the strength and power that they have. So the British Council's got a number of projects. So we have a large project which is around building capacity in primary and secondary education, which is working to set up an accreditation agency, national standards for counselling traumatised children, a national campaign of enrolment for girls into education, and also mainstreaming disabled children. So that's kind of one large piece of work that's really going to be spanning out across 26,000 schools in Iraq. We have a debate and dialogue programme which will be working across probably 6 or 8 cities around giving youth a voice and introducing youth to debate and dialogue and developing their personal skills. When I look across our portfolio, we also have a TVET, technical vocational programme. What we don't have is a large programme in higher education, and that's why I was so excited by the discussion here today with IBBC and IBBC members, because that's really, I think, the start of a higher education programme that the British Council is sponsoring. So that would be kind of my passion for the next year.